virtually unstoppable.
Uriah Faber showing killer instinct.
The newcomer on a furious win streak.
Bruce Leroy, very dominant inside the octagon. Oh!
Will collide in an explosive bantamweight matchup. It doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, man!
UFC 175 prelims, tonight at 7. All part of Red, White, and Fight Week, leading up to the Ultimate Fighter finale on Fox Sports 1. If you are attending the UFC Fan Expo, don't miss a live taping of UFC Tonight's special Sunday edition. With champions Johnny Hendricks, Anthony Pettis, TJ Dillashaw, and Demetrius Johnson. We'll recap UFC 175 and preview the Ultimate Fighter finale headlined by Frankie Edgar versus BJ Penn. The live taping of UFC Tonight begins Sunday at 12:30 at the main stage in the UFC Fan Expo.
It is the toughest ticket in town. They are talking about it up and down the Las Vegas Strip for this big showcase with not one, but 2 titles on the line.
We have a spectacular contest for you tonight against 2 of the very best. Unbelievable.
The 2 best in the world in their prime with the women's bantamweight title on the line. What a battle. This is going to get ugly. Expect fireworks.
International Fight Week continues here, live in Las Vegas, as we welcome you to the official weigh-ins for UFC 175. Weidman versus Machida. Tomorrow night, live, only on pay-per-view, UFC middleweight champion Chris Weidman, coming off consecutive wins over Anderson Silva, looks to defend his title for the 2nd time against the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Lyoto the Dragon Machida, who's driven to become just the 3rd fighter in UFC history to hold a belt in 2 different weight classes. Also tomorrow on pay-per-view, the greatest female fighter in the world today, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, puts her perfect record and women's bantamweight belt on the line as she fights Alexis Davis, the mixed martial arts veteran and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, who looks to become the 3rd Canadian to be a UFC champion. We'd like to send out a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members and thank our UFC sponsors. Bud Light, here we go. Harley Davidson, the lowrider is back and rides even lower. See all the new motorcycles at harleydavidson.com. Metro PCS, where nationwide 4G LTE is $40 period. Science Energy, a great tasting sugar-free performance energy drink that gives you the power to win. The official energy drink of the UFC. Ultimate Poker, the official online gaming partner of the UFC. Visit ultimatepoker.com, your poker room online. And Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. And now, to get the official weigh-ins for UFC 175 underway, here is Joe Rogan.
What's up, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Ariane, Brittany, and Vanessa. Joe Silva, best matchmaker on the planet Earth. Dana White, without him, none of this would be possible. Burt Watson, babysitter to the stars. Lorenzo Fertitta, without him, we would not be here. And Bruce Buffer, the voice of the Octagon. Let's get things cracking. We're going to kick it off in the middleweight division. King Kevin Casey versus Bubba Bush. First up on the scale, Bubba Bush with the star-spangled underwear. $185. And his opponent, please welcome back to the UFC, King Kevin Casey. the middleweight division, also live on Fight Pass, Luke Zachrich versus Guilherme Vasconcelos. From Mr. Vasconcelos. And his opponent, Luke Zachrich. $185 from Mr. Zachrich. Live on UFC Fight Pass, ladies and gentlemen, Luke Zachrich and Guilherme Vasconcelos. Next, we move to the prelims live on Fox Sports 1. We kick things off in the bantamweight division. George Roop versus Rob Font. $135 from Mr. Font. And his opponent, George Roop. nation, Kenny Robertson versus Ildemar Alcantara.
$170.
170 for Mr. Alcantara. And his opponent, Kenny Robertson.
$171.
171. Ildemar Alcantara and Kenny Robertson, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the bantamweight division. Uriah Faber versus Alex Caceres.
$135.
135 for Bruce Leroy. And his opponent, the former WEC featherweight champion, the California Kid, Uriah Faber.
$136.
136 for Mr. Faber. 136 for Mr. Doe. And his opponent, Marcus Brimage.
$135 and a half.
135 and a half for Mr. Brimage. First fight on pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Brimage and Russell Doe. Next, we move to the middleweight division. Uriah Primetime Hall versus Thiago Santos.
Still, baby, stand still.
185.
185 for Mr. Santos. And his opponent, Uriah Hall.
$185.
185 for Mr. Hall. Uriah Hall and Thiago Santos, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we move to the heavyweight division. Stefan Struve versus Matt Mitrione. $254 for Mitrione. And his opponent, Stefan Skyscraper Struve.
$251 and a half.
251 and a half for Mr. Struve. Matt Mitrione and Stefan Struve, ladies and gentlemen.
Every single fight, regardless of who it is, again, it's still the most important fight of my life. And everything that I've always worked for is put on the line. There's no one final match is going to win them all for me. I have to keep winning them. Alexis Davis is just the next one.
You know, I'm not worried because I always know that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to fight.
Big right hand. Oh! Davis is absolutely relentless. Yeah, she is. Big punches from Davis.
This is, you know, something that I love to do. I didn't want to be famous. I just want to fight.
Unbelievable action. Oh, beautiful job.
Alexis is definitely deserving to be a challenger for the belt. She's the biggest problem I've ever had.
I've won my last 5 fights. And I've been through some wars. I'm not going to stop.
She's definitely the most well-rounded fighter I've ever come up against. She's known mostly being a striker in Muay Thai, but she's also a Jiu-Jitsu black belt. And I really feel like this is my opportunity to show that I'm the best, and I'm glad that that need never is fully satisfied, so I can recreate it over and over and over again every single time I defend my belt.
She's explosive, she's dynamic, but I'm going to win this fight with Ronda just because I'm the better fighter. But that belt is mine. It's just something I just know is going to happen.
Introducing the challenger, ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Davis. $135 for the challenger. And her opponent, the reigning, defending, undisputed women's bantamweight champion of the world, Ronda Rousey. $135 for the champion. Alexis Davis. Alexis, obviously an enormous fight for you tomorrow night. Give us your thoughts on this opportunity to challenge Ronda for the title.
This is an incredible opportunity. You know, obviously, Ronda already proves that she should be here, so it's me that has to prove myself tomorrow night. It's me that's got to push the pace. It's me that got to come out fighting.
Well, I can't wait to see you fight. Good luck to you. Alexis Davis, ladies and gentlemen. The champ, ladies and gentlemen, Ronda Rousey. Ronda, what does it mean on 4th of July weekend?
Wow, this is the biggest weigh-in I've ever been to. The stakes have never been higher for me, and to actually be on the 4th of July in Vegas, a place where I've had all my best fights. I mean, listen to the sound in here. I mean, boo louder, cheer louder, as long as you're the loudest for me. That's all I want.
Can't wait to see you fight tomorrow night. Good luck to you. The champ, ladies and gentlemen. And now, let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening for the middleweight championship of the world.
Oh, he got hit. It is all over. Chris Weidman is the UFC middleweight champion.
My goodness.
What we saw in Chris Weidman versus Anderson Silva was a Chris Weidman that was not afraid, that stepped in against the greatest fighter in the world in Anderson Silva, defeating him not once, but twice.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh my God.
Lyoto Machida was successful as a light heavyweight. He was the light heavyweight champion, but now that he's down at middleweight, what we're seeing is a Lyoto that's leaner, he's faster, he has more endurance, and outstanding power. It's truly a weight class that he belonged in all along. He, in my opinion, is a very credible challenge to Chris Weidman's middleweight title.
I remember watching Lyoto when I was just getting started, and he was known as almost the guy that couldn't be beaten. Him and Anderson Silva were kind of on the same level, so it's not the first time I'm going through this.
Eu já fui campeão uma vez, estou lutando há 5 anos para ganhar esse título de novo. Eu estou tendo a oportunidade mais uma vez agora, numa categoria diferente, num momento diferente, mas eu só vou poder pensar nisso realmente depois que o juiz levantar minha mão. E aí sim eu vou dizer, poxa, eu consegui meu segundo cinturão.
I'm expecting a really tough test, but I want to be the best in the sport, and I'm not going to let anything stop me.
É um cara que é campeão, provou que é o campeão, né, que está aí como campeão, sem derrota, invicto. Mas eu acho que quando está frente a frente a coisa é diferente.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Lyoto, the Dragon Machida.
$184.5.
184.5 for the challenger. And his opponent, the reigning, defending, undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Chris Weidman. Challenger first, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Lyoto Machida. Lyoto, this is a weight class that many people feel you belonged in. You have looked spectacular in this weight class. You are now challenging for the title. Give us your thoughts on what tomorrow night means to you.
Muita gente diz que você está na categoria certa. Você fez muito bom agora nessa categoria. Agora vai lutar pelo cinturão. Como é que é?
I feel ready. 185 is a good division for me, and I'll put a great performance tomorrow.
Good luck to you, sir.
Pessoal, eu tô me sentindo muito bem nessa categoria e vou dar o meu melhor amanhã para trazer esse cinturão pro Brasil. Valeu!
Lyoto Machida, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the champion, Chris Weidman. Lots of love and lots of hate. It's always going to be that way. You're here defending your title against arguably one of the most dangerous guys in the division. Here, July 4th weekend in Vegas. Give us your thoughts on Machida and what tomorrow means to you.
You know, he's had the belt before. Very dangerous opponent. He wants the belt back for him and his family, and I'm not giving him the belt. So it's going to be a really good fight, and I'm going to get the finish.
I can't wait to see it. Good luck to you, sir. Fantastic matchup. Thank you all. We will see you tomorrow night on pay-per-view. Stick around for a live UFC Tonight special Friday edition show right here on the main stage at 5:30. You don't want to miss it. Jay Glazer, Kenny Florian, Karen Bryant, Ariel Helwani will be joined by Lorenzo Fertitta, Dana White, Cain Velasquez, Anthony Pettis, Chuck Liddell, me, and many other guests. See you soon.
It is the toughest ticket in town. They are talking about it up and down the Las Vegas Strip for this big showcase with not one, but 2 titles on the line.
We have a spectacular contest for you tonight against 2 of the very best. Unbelievable.
The 2 best in the world in their prime with the women's bantamweight title on the line. What a battle.
This is going to get ugly.
Expect fireworks.